Hi, this is Terri. Welcome back to my channel. If you are anything like me, you are feeling absolutely horrified and terrified about what is happening right now in the United States. Earlier this year, I was feeling really helpless and hopeless about the situation. I saw where we were going to be going, and I knew I needed to take some action. I didn't really know where to start, so in following ECM of Resistance Live and listening to the Daily Beans podcast, I got the idea to sign up for the 5 Calls app. This is a simple app that I downloaded to my phone, put in, I think, my state and my zip code, and was given a list of things to say when I called my senators and my House representative. When I first started making the phone calls, I was terrified. I'd never made phone calls like this before. In calling my senators, those always went to voicemail, but in calling Kevin Mullen, my House representative, I always got to talk to a live person. Initially, I was once again very scared about saying the right thing. I did follow the script from 5 Calls every single time until I decided to start combining issues. And I also realized I was talking to interns. I was talking to people from San Mateo County, the county where I live. And these kids are there to serve me just in the way my senators and my representative, those guys are supposed to be serving me too. Over time, I even got to know them by first name because I was calling on a daily basis. And once again, it got much easier once I started calling. One of the gals that I talked to regularly in Mullen's office even asked my husband when he called while I was out of town how my trip was going in Nicaragua. I thought that was great. Another thing that I learned about even last summer when we were doing work to get Kamala Harris elected was about letter writing through Vote Forward. Vote Forward makes it really easy for me a couple of days a week to download names and addresses of 5 people. Right now, I am sending them to potential voters in the state of Pennsylvania because there is a very important judge election that is happening this fall. I think it's a special election, and all I do is take an envelope, put a stamp on it, address it, put my first name and initial on the back of it along with Vote Forward, and then I write on the form letter that I print out from the site why I vote. I talk about that I am concerned about education, the economy, our planet, human rights, women's rights, healthcare, and democracy, equity and opportunity. And I think that's about it. So I just write that in each of them, fold it up, and mail it off. Right now, I have ready to mail about this many to go out on September 1st. One thing that can get very difficult if we're just reading the news and just seeing all of the negative stuff day in and day out. I mean, it's a lot to handle. Being in community with other like-minded people who are concerned of the state of our democracy, the state of our country right now, makes me feel less isolated and alone. It makes me feel more optimistic that there are other people out there who also want to see a change from what's happening right now. And this is one of the reasons that my husband and I have started regularly protesting when opportunities are available. In downtown Redwood City, where we live, every Friday on the corner of like El Camino and Jefferson, there are people on both sides of the street with signs, everything from, down with fascism, no kings in the United States. We now have a sign. I hold up Honk for Democracy. It has glitter on it. I made it. It was kind of fun. My husband alternates between honk for women's rights or honk for immigration rights. And we go out there for about an hour. We're around other people. The other people are like super grateful that we show up. We're kind of the newbies out there. Our friend Alex has been out there for weeks and weeks. And it's fun now that we see the same people over and over again. We kind of catch up. We wave at people as they go by. And yes, there are some people who are not in support of what we're in support of. How you can be against democracy in the United States, I don't fully understand, but people will still flip us off. And after we've done that for about an hour, we go to downtown Redwood City, we support a local restaurant, and the two of us have dinner. And it makes for a really great Friday night, a good way to end the week and go into the weekend knowing that we have taken some action against what is happening right now. These aren't the only protests that we've gone to. Last month, when there was the Good Trouble protest, we rode our e-bikes down to Palo Alto, and we were in community in support of making good trouble in order to change what is happening in the United States right now. To make it easier on others who do want to take action, on my Instagram, I am doing a Take Action Tuesday, and every Tuesday I'm putting in a simple action, whether it's to sign up for Vote Forward and send out 5 letters, to call a senator about something, or call your House rep about a specific issue. This past week, I did something that was a little bit different and put in the information to provide comment on something the FDA was looking for around women's health. My concern, as so perfectly stated by Dr. Jen Gunter, is around the current FDA leadership trying to do an end run around the current processes that could then restrict things like mifepristone and other things that should be available for women's health care. So what can you do? Do you have to do all of these things? No. This doesn't take up a lot of my time, but I know that if I do not do these things when we have completely gone off the rails, and right now we are sliding off the rails quite rapidly, then I will feel I will have done something to have prevented it. I am optimistic that all of these activities combined together, if we all are doing something, a little something every week, that we can en masse make a difference, that we can influence the change we want to see here in the United States, and we can stop this further slide into fascism. I don't know if you saw it, but Pete Hegseth recently reposted or shared some sort of a religious leader talking about how women's right to vote should be revoked. This is where we are right now. People are not hiding their opinion that they want to suppress women. They want women back in the kitchen, having babies, and without the right to vote, without access to financial independence, without access to bodily autonomy. This is where they want to put us. If you are a woman, or you are a person who loves women, who is surrounded by women, then perhaps you should be taking this seriously as well. This isn't just for the women of my audience. These are actions that you should be taking regardless of your gender or sexual orientation. So where do you start? Well, start by downloading the 5 Calls app and calling one of your senators. I am sure that it will go straight to voicemail, so you can read the specific script. It's okay. They count all the calls. It does not need to be perfect. If making a phone call is too scary for you, you can go to the Vote Forward website. I'll go ahead and put all the links in the description. Go to the Vote Forward website and download 5 names and write 5 letters. They make it super easy. You do have to have paper. You do have to have a stamp, a printer, and envelopes. But I think in order to preserve democracy, I think that's the least that you can do. If you're willing and able to get out, find a local protest. They are a lot more fun, and they're a lot easier than you might imagine. If you're in Redwood City, join us on Friday nights. It's from 4:30 to 6:30. We're usually out there from about 4:45 to 5:45, and then we just head downtown to Broadway and have dinner at one of our amazing restaurants that we have in downtown Redwood City. And if you're looking for just one action a week, follow me on Instagram at Terri Hanson Mead, and just look on Tuesdays. I will have the Take Action Tuesdays, or you can go to the highlights and you can see what I've already shared in previous weeks. The bottom line is the game isn't over. The game feels almost over. We probably are in the 4th quarter right now, if you want to use some sort of a sports ball analogy, which seems appropriate right now given Taylor Swift's announcement of her album 12 on her boyfriend's, one of the Kelsey brothers, is that what their names are? Anyway, on a sports or football podcast. So the bottom line is the game's not over. It may feel like it's over, but it is not over. We still have a say. We still can influence change, and we can still prevent further slide into fascism and what happened in Nazi Germany in the last century. So let's not be that way. Don't be the person who thinks somebody else is going to take care of it, or it's not affecting me right now, so I'm not going to take any sort of action. If you don't take action now, there will be no more time to take action. Oh, and one last thing, you can start, if you are financially able, you can start writing checks to a lot of the organizations that have been defunded under this current regime, things like Planned Parenthood, the Trevor Project. There are so many out there, or organizations that are providing support to a lot of the people who live in the United States, who work in the United States, who have been unlawfully detained. So there are organizations that you can provide financial assistance to, either for their legal aid or things that they're just being deprived of as they're being illegally incarcerated. So for those of you who are new to my channel and just saw my Zepbound video, just know that I talk on a wide range of topics, usually typically focused on midlife women. I think a lot of us midlife women, if you are in the audience, you have children who are affected, you have friends who are affected, and if you don't know of anybody who's affected, then I think you're not really paying attention, and I challenge you to start taking action. I also challenge you to have some fun with this. If you want to do a letter writing campaign, just have your friends over, open up some wine or some champagne. We can be in community with others and we can have fun with this. It does not all have to be miserable. Because when we are in community with others, we are better and we are powerful. So make your voice heard in whatever way is most comfortable to you in a situation that should make you slightly uncomfortable. But bottom line, take some action. And with that, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for subscribing, and looking forward to creating more content that is provocative and forces you to look at things just a little bit differently and make your life a better and happier place. And with that, let go of perfection, take some risks, and above all else, have some fun.